Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today, we're stirring up crap on social media once again with "That's why your food sits and your order gets canceled. Doordash driver declines low-paying order in viral TikTok, sparking debate. Doordash needs to do better." The TikTok war is raging on, and quite honestly, I'm a little excited to talk about it because I think that when a lot of these like PSA, this is why you need to tip your driver, you need to do this because we see this. But this is more like, all right, let me show you what it looks like on our end, so that way we can find a happy medium. Now, is this going to work in the long run? Honestly, probably not. How you do some things is how you do everything, and if they're not generous with their tipping, they're going to be very angry with this TikTok. I want to see what's going on here, talk about it from a driver's perspective, and of course, everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A DoorDash driver refused to accept a low-paying order in a viral TikTok, sparking debate over adequate pay. In the video, TikToker at the bearded 194 declined an order that would have paid $6.75 for 9 miles traveled. The TikTok has reached over 229,000 views. I am gonna leave the bearded 194 as well as his TikTok in the description as usual. Always give credit where credit is due, and that includes his TikTok. "No one will delivery sick to you." Text on the video reads, "That's why your food sits and your order gets canceled. If it doesn't make sense to us from a business perspective, we can't do the order. It's just that simple." The short video has inspired debate over how much DoorDash should pay its drivers and how much customers should tip. Here's the thing about this particular debate. Should DoorDash pay every driver better? Yes. Will DoorDash pay drivers better? Probably not. I believe leadership has a lot to do with what actually makes a company grow. And the leadership has proven that their integrity and character just is non-existent. If they're going to steal tips and steal money from people on a regular basis, and they will, don't think that they won't. Don't think it's just these isolated incidents. It's happening so frequently and people just aren't talking about it. And since it's happening so frequently, they're stealing all this money and they're still not profitable. Like throughout the entire pandemic, throughout all of this, they're not profitable. We're not going to get better pay. Let's just be real here. Dashers, as the company calls them, are paid per delivery. According to the DoorDash website, Dashers always receive a base pay for each delivery that ranges from $2 to $10. From there, Dashers might also receive customer tips as well as company bonuses. Some quick points about that. The base pay normally is on the low end, $2, $3. Base pay cannot even be taken as a factor when thinking about our pay. We do receive a large amount of the tip. They say it's 100, but they have been known to steal tips in the past, so DoorDash's base pay sucks, the bearded one said in a comment. In another comment, he said he declines any order that pays less than $1 per mile traveled. That's a normal rule that a lot of DoorDashers end up using. If it's not $1 per mile, we can't justify it. Some people actually have it higher than that, but that's just a base principle. You know what I mean? Some commenters said they would have taken the order. Cool story, bro. "Keep declining," one user wrote. "I'll go get it for money because it's money." That's not smart business practice. That's just silly. You gotta have some kind of system in place to where you know you're taking the best orders. That way you can actually be profitable as a driver. Others agree with the TikToker about the need for better pay. When it costs the driver more to take you sick food than he will make, then it's not just money is money, another user wrote. Commenters also debated whether it's the customer's responsibility to make up for DoorDash's base pay. Some didn't think so. "It's a tip. It's not obligated," one user wrote. "Someone else will pick it up." Hey, you know what? Every customer has a right to feel that way. If you don't want to tip, you don't have to. You also don't have to have your food delivered. However, some said they always tip. "I live like 15 miles away from the closest restaurant, so I always try to tip at least $10, one user commented. Hey, you know what? We need more people like that, where they understand how far away the restaurants are to them, so they will take the opportunity to tip properly. I also would recommend to them to use Uber Eats because that way they might have a better time with actually getting the order and the driver to actually be paid better. According to Business Insider, Dashers are really dependent on tips. While big tips were common at the start of the pandemic, they're harder to come by now. At the start of the pandemic, we were treated like war heroes. And after a while, people got sick of the pandemic, and then people got sick of us. So that whole concept of we're doing so good for everybody just died, and no one even acknowledged that. Still, the bearded one said in his video was directed at Doordash rather than customers. Doordash needs to do better, he said in a comment. We have a right to express ourselves, right? Daily Dot has reached out to the bearded one via TikTok and Doordash via email. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I think when it comes to anything involving DoorDash and base pay and customer tipping, this is going to be a debate that is not really going to go anywhere. The only thing you're expressing is that DoorDash needs to do better. However, I don't think DoorDash is ever going to, realistically speaking. I think DoorDash is kind of just known for causing more problems than actually solving. Like, seriously, they deliver food, but they make everything else harder on everyone else, including customers, dashers, restaurants who are being charged 30% per order. Like, you know all those people that order like a bag of Skittles or a Fanta and then they're charged like $13 for a bottle of soda, and then the Skittles and then they get made fun of on TikTok for ordering one item and having it delivered. First off, I do think it doesn't make sense to order one item. That's their decision. It's really expensive for no reason at all. At the end of the day, they're charging the merchant 30%. They're charging the customer fees. They're making it so that we don't get basically any of the money, and they have stolen tips from us before. That's been proven. And finally, the amount of drivers, customers, and merchants that had money straight up stolen from their accounts multiple times, might I add. I want to be clear. A merchant lost $50,000 in New York City because DoorDash was outright stealing from them to begin with. DoorDash has stolen tips, withdrawn payments from us, and multiple other illegal actions from DoorDash. So if you really think that this is going to actually solve anything, I don't think it's going to solve anything. I think it was a good attempt on his part. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.